What is up, guys? It's the NJB here, and today I'm coming at you guys with another video on Modern Warfare Remastered, and this one's going to be on tips on prop hunt. So first of all, I just want to say there are guys working on the back of my house right now, so there's going to be like a lot of knocking, and I don't know when they're going to do it, so you're probably going to hear it like in the background of this video. So it's not like anyone's like slamming a door or anything, it's just like these guys are like adding in different parts of my house. But either way, let's get right into it. So the first tips are going to be for the hunters. So basically, what you want to do is check everything. I mean, a lot of people, like near the end of the weekend, people did realize this, but a lot of people still didn't realize that trees, light posts, there was another one. Oh yeah, like stop signs and that. Those are props too. So if you see those, shoot them. And if you're trying to be stealthy, one thing to remember about like telephone posts or like the telephone things that you can, I don't even know what they're called. Just, you guys know those red things that have telephones in them. The ones that are actually part of the map, they don't have, I mean, they have like telephones on both sides of them. So if you go to the consoles, you'll see a telephone in them. Now, if they're a prop, they won't have that. So if you're looking for a prop, just remember that. Like you can see, like if it has the telephones on it, it's real. If it doesn't have the telephones, you can kind of maintain a safe distance just in case they flash you, and you can just kill them right there. Another thing to remember when you're a hunter is in the very beginning. Usually, a lot of props do like to come right at you and then like flash you right off spawn. So what you want to do for that case is just look up. If you look all the way up, the flash lasts for probably like a split second, and then you're back to normal. So when you're a hunter, all you want to do is just look up right when in the beginning of the game, and you should be good for like at least the beginning. Then you can look down and see where the prop went, and this works so well. So that's that. Another thing to do is like if you're playing with your friends or you're talking to people while you're playing. If you guys know like a prop is somewhere in an area, try and like have a bunch of you guys come and like surround it. Don't get so close that if it flashes you, it flashes all of you, but just try and like work together to like get him out, or him or her. And yeah, because you don't want him to like flash you guys and then before you know it, like he's done. And that was the mailman. If you guys heard that in the background, I can anticipate house sound, but I can't anticipate the mailman. But either way, another tip I'm going to tell you guys, and this is the last one, and that is just to check everything. I mean, you never really know what props are. I mean, hopefully in a new, like in the update that they're going to do for it, and like they're fixing it and everything, hopefully that they'll change some things and they might add some new props, because that would be kind of cool, because everyone practically knows the old ones. So that would be nice if they change it. And one thing I do want them to change like really quickly is just allow the hunters to lock their position in the air, because there are like some places on maps where like in this one you're gonna see in like a few seconds the props can just go down this wall in district and they can just hover there. So I don't want them to take that out because I think that's kind of fun to do. I just want them to allow the hunters to do the same. I don't see like why not. So that's all I want them to do with that. I mean, I still want to be able to go down the wall and just like float in midair. And that would be kind of funny if like you keep going down, the hunter keeps going down, and then at the like very end, like you either have to die or just let him kill you. So that's that. So anyway, right here you're gonna see I just go down the well, flash that guy, and you can see I just like stop and I'm hovering like in midair, and he can't, like no one can get me. But either way, that's that for the hunters. My next tips are gonna be just for the props. So for the props, first of all, when you spawn in, a lot of people get like a design or like a prop they don't want. So that can be like a broken car, a dumpster, like practically like anything big that's like hard to work with. So when this happens, do not just change into something else, because really what you want to do is just keep your position. What I advise you to do is get to like a tight spot where if a hunter was to see you, they'd have to be like right there to see you. And they have to be like in flashing distance. So what you want to do is just hide in a tight spot, try and get them to come and see you, and then what you want to do is just flash them so they can't see you, and then changes into something else. So most of them are still going to be looking for that broken car or dumpster or whatever you just were, and when you change it to something else and just hide, a lot of times they're not going to notice you. They're just going to run around, keep looking for it, and you can still hide in your same spot, and it's going to be a while before someone comes back there. So that's that with hunting. or I mean for props. And this doesn't just work for like if you have something big, it also works if you have something small, like anything. So that's a cool tip to just evade hunters. Also, another tip is to go in a place with a lot of cover and in places that you can dodge and weave. A good spot for this is like that car park to the, like if you spawn in and you're defending the bombs on district, it's gonna be like forward and to your left. So it's gonna be kind of like to the left of the map, and there's like a car park. I don't have a video of it because I just wasn't recording at that time, but I was like juking out so many, like 3 guys at once. Like I think one guy was probably like shooting me through a window, and then the other 2 guys were in the parking lot trying to shoot me. And eventually, or actually another time, eventually this guy got me just by blowing up a car and that killed me. But basically, they can't really stop you. I mean, if you just keep moving around those cars, I mean, you can juke them out like so easily. So just use your skills, be creative, like just like juke them out. I mean, it's really fun to do, and especially if you have a small prop, it's gonna be like fairly easy. So yeah. So another tip I've heard is if I wouldn't advise going like right up to the hunter spawn, because a lot of times now they just check everything. So at the beginning of the weekend, like no one really knew prop hunt that well, so they wouldn't check everything. And I have another video where I had this like a stop sign or something like that, and these guys are shooting everything around me, but they never kill me, and they don't find me till the end. So if you want to do that, make sure you find a good hiding spot, and make sure that whatever you're hiding as, like, just make sure it's like very easy to hide. I mean, hunters are pretty smart now, so everyone knows like most of the props, and they know how to shoot everything. So spawning, I mean, going right to their spawn is a good hiding spot, but a better thing to do is kind of like to wait it out. So hunters spend, like now they spend a lot, like seriously a lot of time just trying to find a prop that's like in their spawn, because they always know someone's going to go there. So what you want to do is basically just wait it out, try and get a spot and just wait for them, like wait for every single one of them to leave, and then just go to their spawn. A lot of them won't expect that, and that's a good hiding spot, especially if you're playing pipeline. I mean, those bushes in the back of the hunter spawn, and it's basically the spawn it's what you're attacking and search and destroy. Like basically those bushes are like impossible to find someone in. If you go in those bushes and you keep moving around, they're never gonna get you, and that's like a fact. Like there can be like the whole team there, and there's no lie, they're never gonna get you. They just can't see you, and you're just too small, and yeah, it's just impossible. So waiting it out is better than just going right there at the beginning of the map. You could spawn them. Like I mean, you could flash them. I mean, but it usually kind of ends up bad. And one tip I forgot to mention for like the hunters, if you wait right until like right before the countdown, like the second countdown like ends, I'm talking about like when the screen is black and then you can see everything. If you spawn in like 5 seconds to, like right before it, I mean, it's not gonna spawn you in with the screen black. It's gonna spawn you in, and you're gonna see everything, and then it's gonna fade to black. So that is one more tip. Like if you just want to see if someone's at your spawn, just wait all the way. Just like wait till like after 20 seconds pass and then spawn in, and then you're gonna see everything. Then it's gonna fade to black, and then it's gonna go right back to normal when the countdown ends. But either way, as I was saying, for the props, just hiding in the spawn is really good. You do want to wait for like all the hunters to leave before you do anything like silly or anything like that. So that's always a good tip. So that's all my tips for prop hunt right now. I may make some more when it comes back. And you guys may be wondering, like, why am I making these tips? Prop hunt's over. I mean, they said they're making changes to prop hunt, so that basically means they're gonna bring it back. I mean, they're not gonna change something and not bring it back. So I hope they make some changes. I hope they don't like make it like really bad. One thing I thought that would be kind of cool, but I don't know. That'd be funny if they made like prop hunt on shipment, but each round was like a minute and like I don't know 15 or 30 seconds. So, and there's probably like no time or probably like 15 seconds for the props to hide. So that would be kind of cool and fun to play. But I'd hope it only shows up like once every while. But other than that, I just hope they don't take anything fun out of prop hunt. Like as I said, like jumping down a hole in a district. I mean, it is pretty fun to do, even though it's impossible for the hunters to get you. So that's that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This has been NJB, and if you do like IW, I'm gonna make some videos on that pretty shortly. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This has been the NJB, and cheers, mates.